All right, guys. Welcome back to the Sayin Society. You have myself, Jachik and Jagad. Justman couldn't be here because he got dunked on and he got his ankles broken.
Broke his ankles.
So that's why he's not here. You know, if only he was good at ball, but you know. So we're gonna talk about One Piece manga, JJK anime, JJK manga. I think that's all we have on today's menu. But so we're gonna start off with One Piece manga 1097. Also, this is our weekly anime manga discussion, episode 57.
57, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this chapter, it starts off with, the cover page is Kuma and Ginny fishing, right? And then later on, it shows like their life in the Sorbet Kingdom.
Yeah, like the whole chapter is just skipping through his life.
Essentially, and we kind of see how he was like taking care of like the elderly people, and we get more information, like more lore on his
character
and his devil fruit, because we like
kind of not really.
Well, really, because prior to this, my understanding of his devil fruit was that he could just like get rid of pain. And that's it. Like I was like, oh my god, this guy's broken. He can just keep nulling the pain, right?
But now it goes back to its original
whereas like
source.
Now they explain how he was healing all the elderly, and he had to take in the pain, otherwise it would return back to them, right? So it like gave us some more information on his devil fruit.
Like he's not as broken as we thought.
I mean, he still is.
He's broken, but
because he can still like you could hit him. He takes damage, takes out the pain, puts it back.
That's the thing, though.
That's what I mean. Like
that's the thing. He also can't do that.
Why?
Because like each of those, for the context that we've seen of him pulling out pain, he's had contact with, like he's had to touch whatever he's been touching for like a little bit, and you can tell that his appointments with those old people took him like kind of like the whole day.
It was like every Sunday.
It went to like evening when he's like laid out on the ground and stuff, right? So like for him to be able to do that mid fight, you don't even know if he's able to do that.
Like, no, I'm saying I think he can. Like, he can just take his own pain out.
Because think about it, like,
and then just put it into somebody else.
But if somebody has hockey, then it nullifies that, right?
If that's what I mean. Like, but because Kuma like is so fast, that's what I mean. Like, because he can repel himself at such speeds, and then he can like repel his attacks at such speeds, for sure. I think it's possible.
It's not for sure.
I think it's like possible.
There's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's a possibility, but also like. It could just be that if he's using, like, if he did the memory one versus if he did the pain one, he can only do one at a time and one ability at a time.
Yeah, memory one's
because you don't know how much it's taking out of him.
That's true.
To do that.
That's true.
And like something like the memory one, I feel like the memory one he'd have to sit there for a hot minute
and like
to really extract a memory, because that's like you could literally make somebody forget why they're fighting and who they're fighting. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
It's pretty broken.
That's what like somebody had talked to was like, yo, like he can just mid fight erase your memory,
think so.
And I'm like, damn, like because he could. Like, why? There's no.
I don't think
there's no indication as to he couldn't do that. Like, he couldn't just repel your memories out because he repelled.
Well,
everything.
I mean, considering that the memory bubble stayed for so long, whereas the pain bubble had to return to where it came from.
See, but
there's a difference in the bubbles.
But no. But it's also difference in the used. Like that memory bubble was on himself.
Either way,
that's the difference, though.
No.
Yeah, that's the difference.
The bubble goes back to wherever,
regardless of whether he knows. I think the difference is because he used it on himself.
Why?
Because like it's like you're the like, how do I explain it? Like you're the owner of the devil fruit, and so you can inflict this upon yourself, and then like inflicting on somebody else is where the whole like restriction comes in. You know?
I don't think so.
Because I think because
if he was taking in all that, like from this chapter, if he was taking all that pain, he could have done the same thing to the pain bubble. Take that pain that he accumulated into himself, take it out instead of sitting there with like a hot pack on his forehead.
What do you mean, like take it out?
Like take the pain out of himself. He's been accumulating all this pain from the old people.
Yeah.
Take the pain out of himself.
Yeah.
And just leave it there.
No, but it's still that's not what I'm saying. Like I'm saying the memory one works differently because it's memories, right? Because the pain was.
That's what I said.
No.
That's what I said.
Because I'm saying like because the pain was theirs. The pain was theirs.
Yeah, but I don't think that
he took.
Yeah, but I don't think
It's not like now that pain's his. That pain was theirs. He took the pain, so you can't just like hit it like a double Uno reverse card and just be like, no, now it's my pain and now I can expel it.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making is that they're two different processes of his ability.
Yeah. Where
the memory one, part of it not going back into whoever goes back to is because it's the memory one is different.
But also,
and that goes back to what I was saying like 2-3 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Where I was saying that Kuma's memory one is probably part of his awakening, which is keeping that bubble there.
Or it could be because it's in Egghead and Vegapunk created a
something
specific,
to hold it there.
Exactly.
Something that's gonna prevent it from going back to the user.
Exactly. And that's why we have
potentially, but
no, and that's why like it plays into the whole. The memory was supposed to go back to him, but that's why he's homing back to the memory.
Maybe
like it's having the opposite effect. Like, now he's trying to come back there because it's pulling him there. You know what I mean?
But then it would have been doing that all along, not just when Bonnie stepped into it.
But I think it's because now like it was dormant and it became active because of Bonnie, and also we haven't seen Kuma like a lot post time skip.
I don't see him homing to the memory. I see him rather homing to like Bonnie like Nika or whatever else.
I think it's his memory.
Right.
I think it's his memory.
Because like what, even that room that it was in, as soon as Bonnie opened the door, it should have been trying to escape. It was just staying there. Like we haven't had any indication of the memory even trying to move.
Yeah.
So I think that's just a different application. Like it makes sense if it takes them longer to extract a memory from something. Because that's totally different. Like you're literally erasing this guy's memory.
Yeah. But then like, are you saying?
And because pain's
see, where's the line?
And pain's also temporary. Like,
but that's the thing. Where's the line? Because your memories can contain pain. Do you know what I mean? Like you have a painful memory.
Yeah, well,
there's emotional damage,
there's short-term memory and there's long-term memory.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
so
like, where's the line?
Memory.
But where's the line between this is pain and this is not pain? Do you know what I mean? Because like, if I have a painful memory, is it classified as pain?
No, because
you know what I'm saying?
No, but the pain he's talking about is actual physical pain.
Not emotional pain?
He's removing physical pain. Every time we've seen it, it's physical pain that he's removing.
Yeah, he's only used it twice, but yeah.
For like 4 times.
4 times?
Yeah, because he's used it on different elderly people. He used it on the little kids, like last chapter, and then he used it on Zoro.
Yeah.
He's used it a few times now.
Yeah. But that's crazy that like that him taking in that pain was rotating.
And then for you to say he could do it mid-fight,
I think so.
Why wasn't he doing that in Marineford? He literally he strictly only used Ursa's shock.
Because he's not there.
But he was.
He's not.
He was though.
He wasn't.
Listen.
Okay.
Because when he sent Luffy guys flying, he was still functioning.
At that point.
And Marineford was literally like 3 days later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been like that. Could have been the last of his consciousness.
No, because then afterwards he protects the Sunny. His last thing of his like consciousness was to protect the Sunny, which happened post Marineford.
But if he was conscious, then he would have recognized Ivankov. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like parts of him are already getting stripped away.
So that's what I mean. So the part that could have got stripped away was the
fighting
pain.
Ability.
Yeah, 100%.
His fighting ability is the last thing to get stripped away.
You don't know that.
100%.
No, because he could have forgot about the pain thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, but like
we'll get into the chapter, but basically like essentially the Sorbet Kingdom is like, oh, if we change our kingdom into 2 separate kingdoms, we get taxed less.
Yeah.
Right? And then Kuma's like, oh, what the fuck? And he goes on like a rampage. And then he gets put in prison, which doesn't make sense. Like, how the fuck are you stopping this guy?
Yeah.
Like, you're not. There's nobody in that kingdom that can take him. So he gets taken.
Well, that's the thing.
Taken to jail.
That's the other point I was making. Kuma's not a fighter.
He's not. He's not a fighter.
Kuma's not a fighter.
He's not a fighter. But he gets taken to jail. Ginny guys, all of them get taken to jail too, right? And then that's when Dragon and Ivankov pull up. But I just want to make a quick note. Kuma, because he goes multiple times through his life, right? When he's 22 and he's looking at the picture of Dragon, he doesn't have the tattoo on his face. But 3 years later, when he's 25, Dragon has a tattoo on his face.
It's 14 years.
It says age Kuma 22, age Kuma 25.
No, but
that's
in terms of the timeline. It goes like it was saying like 22 or 25 years ago from the current story, and the other one was 14 years ago from the current story.
No, but it says his age. Like it's like age Kuma's age 22, then it says Kuma's age 25.
I'm pretty sure it was a longer gap because I remember.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was a longer gap too, but because of his age, I'm like, oh, it's only 3 years. But in that 3 years, he gets a tattoo.
It would have been like 5 to 10 years.
Fact check me, bro. Fact check me. But the thing is, like, we see obviously Dragon pulls up and Ivankov save him, right? And that's when we get the formation of like the Revolutionary Army. And like, correct me if I'm wrong. Have we seen their flag before? Like a Revolutionary Army flag? I don't think we've seen that before, right?
Not that I've paid attention to it.
Yeah, same.
But I feel like that's a symbol that we would have paid attention to, in case any markings like that were shown throughout the story.
So I think this is the first time we're seeing that, right? It's like almost looks like a sword that's going through like maybe the red line or like, you know what I mean? Like that's what it looks like. It was like emulating something like that. So
Okay, so it says 25 years ago when Kuma was 22.
Yeah, and then when's the next one?
That's 25 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then that's in that same, I guess you could say timeline.
Yeah.
Or continuity.
Yeah.
Dragon. That's when the revolutionary stuff's formed.
Right. And you see Dragon without the tattoo.
Yeah. Like when it's formed, he doesn't have his tattoo.
Right.
So.
Right.
And then like that's Kuma's like, yo, like Dragon, you can rely on me. And Dragon's kind of going back with him like, yo, like you won't regret joining us. Because Ivanka.
There's a time there though where it says he's 25.
And thus another 8 years would pass. So then right after it says 14 years ago from the when it shows Ginny sitting on the box.
About. There's another one prior to that.
No, that's what I'm reading it.
Show me.
So like you see him with the tattoo at the end of the whole thing. You don't see it at all before that.
Show me.
What am I showing you? What am I telling you, bro? You told me to fact check you, and
look right here. No, hold on.
Just show me another panel with this tattoo on it. That's all. That's all I'm asking. It's literally just at the end there. So that's minimum 8 years.
What are you're using a different website than I used.
The panels don't change.
No, but
the panels don't change.
That is the numbers what we're talking about.
But you can clearly tell 8 years, like the amount, like whatever number it is, like translating that from Japanese, like that the number is not going to change.
Where does it say 8 years? Oh, and then another 8 years has passed. Okay, I was getting these other numbers confused.
Yeah, it's throwing you off because you saw him at 22 and then 25, and you're like, it's only 3 years.
Yeah.
So 8 years have passed, and Luffy would have been born within this time.
But you see, like when he goes to save him, right, and he has like his whole squad of people.
Save who? Kuma?
Yeah. Or like made that big panel, like the big.
Yeah, and you see those other like freedom fighters with him.
Yeah. So you see Karusu.
Do you? I don't know.
I couldn't. It's the mask.
I didn't really.
Like I'm assuming it's him because of the mask.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He kind of looks like he's
younger, like less hair.
Well, he's also got like a hat on.
Yeah. That guy.
He could also be like a Navy.
So
Marine.
you see the girl next to him.
Yeah, with Sabo's hat.
I was like, who's this girl? That looks exactly like Sabo. Has the same pipe. Everything seems like.
You think Sabo turned into a girl briefly? Is that what you're saying?
No. What do you mean? You just said Luffy would have just been born. Sabo, like, what?
So then what are you talking about then? What does that have to do with Sabo, though? You think that Sabo's what?
I don't know. That's fucking... I'm bringing it up for discussion.
No.
How did you go from that Sabo's hat, Sabo turned into a girl?
Yeah.
How did that make sense?
Because we know... Because Sabo's had his hat since the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
And we already know his families were, like, nobles that were in the
So I'm
kingdom.
saying, like, what if...
So that girl has, like, nothing
No, what if I'm saying she's, like an ancestor or someone of Sabo, like from before?
I don't think the story would need it. In my opinion.
I know, but I thought it's very weird that this character looks almost exactly like Sabo.
I think that's just Oda. Like he just fucking
same shit.
Drew something.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, what the hell?
Because I saw the hat too, but I was like, it doesn't really add in. Because it's not like Luffy, where Luffy got a straw hat from Shanks, from Roger.
Yeah.
It's Sabo been having that hat. It's not
I know. And like, what if he was just like, oh, she died. Let me just replace her with another hat.
Yeah.
Like, Sabo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Like, I feel like Oda probably was just trying to fill in the characters there. Because, like, a lot of the characters that we don't really see.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, based on Ivanka of Kuma and Dragon, they all look very similar.
Yeah.
14 years ago from how they look now.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Anyone that was still with them, we probably would still see them, like, looking pretty similar. Like, you have that big guy that can make caves.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
There's the guy, or you said Karasu, like the suit,
yeah.
fruit.
Yeah.
And then there's like the little, what is he, like the Mad Hatter little like chipmunk thing.
The cat.
I don't know what he is. The cat
from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
No, but like basically we see time had passed. Ginny became a captain of one of the squads.
Yeah.
And she's excited to meet Kuma.
Yeah,
and then,
assuming it's probably been a while since they've been like stationed in other places and stuff.
And then what happens?
She gets kidnapped or something.
But it says unexpected ambush, right?
Yeah.
I feel like those are the words or terms used. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what's kind of crazy
is
says
like, the enemy took us by surprise.
By surprise, yeah. So like how did they take them by surprise, right? So like what do you think? What do you think happened there?
When he's saying the enemy, like is he talking about the government?
Yeah. So
probably, right?
So
my guess, my first guess would be CP0.
Okay.
Because what has CP0 been doing
this entire time?
And like, did CP0 get created after CP9 got demolished, or has it always been a thing?
No, that's true. So I think it's always been a thing. Like,
yeah,
it makes sense for it to always have been a thing, and CP9 was just the lowest level.
And I'm wondering if maybe they might have lost some members along the way, which is why, members from CP9 joined CP0.
Right.
But yeah,
so I had read a theory on Twitter, and I don't remember who wrote it, but like, I credit to that person, but I don't know who you are. Essentially, what this person was saying was, if you look at Bonnie's flag, not Ginny, but Bonnie's flag,
yeah,
it has part of the face missing, like the Jolly Roger.
Okay.
Part of it's like missing, right? Okay. And so basically, what this person was saying was like that the way it's missing is similar to how Akainu be taking people's faces out.
Bro, okay.
So this guy was like, he thinks it's Akainu that pulled up on Ginny.
Okay.
Right, and he took her, and then
why would an admiral pull up on these guys?
You don't know if he's admiral at that point.
Right. 14 years ago.
Yeah, you don't know if he's an admiral at that point.
Okay. Well, no.
Even then,
because I would have been around the time. This would have been after Ohara.
Yeah, and he wasn't an admiral then.
Yeah, but Ohara was, I think, 22 years ago.
I don't know, but again,
yeah, like Ohara was 22 years ago, because even when Dragon went to go visit Vegapunk after, he didn't have the tattoo.
Yeah.
So then, again, that would have been 8 years later. After,
so we don't know if he's an admiral. He could have been a newly admiral.
Because when they show him in Ohara, like him and Aokiji both, they're both vice admirals. Like they're ready to get to that next step.
They don't name drop him at Ohara. He's a no name dude who destroys the ship.
But they were,
so you can't.
No, but they were like they were controlling the forces there.
They were controlling the forces,
and
but like
they had sent both Aokiji and him. Like,
are you sure Aokiji was a vice captain then?
He was,
because wasn't Saul a vice captain?
Yeah, but they could have all been. That's how they're all boys. They're all like vice captains of like different.
Yeah.
Like,
so then they could have become like vice captain, vice admiral. Then
maybe,
admiral.
yeah.
No? Like there's.
But 8 years is a long time, so
yeah.
So what I'm saying. So they could potentially be an admiral at this point.
Good, but newly became. Yeah. So I don't think that's it's far fetched for Akainu to pull up on her like that. But anyways, basically what this theory goes on to say, is that
there's like a bite taken out of it.
Yeah, but it's like similar to the way he'd just be punching people's faces off. Like,
I don't know if I'd go with that.
So what he was saying,
I think that's a stretch.
But basically what this theory states is that he got the drop on Ginny, right? Like, did that to her face.
Yeah.
Like, took her hostage, and then this is the reason why Kuma agreed to become a pacifista and all this, because they still have Ginny like captive and alive.
There was another theory I saw.
Yeah.
That flag thing has nothing to do with like that theory you said though. Like that's just
was like part of it.
I mean, kind of, but like,
so then, unlike,
because if you look at it, like the Ginny was gluttonous and so is Bonnie.
Yeah.
And her thing is a cookie with a
bite taken out.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah.
So that plays into her character more than like
it does.
Her just choosing Akainu's like revenge thing. You know what I mean? Like totally different. But like, I saw a theory that basically Bonnie is just Ginny like cloned.
Yeah, just from memories.
I don't know if it's from memories, but if you're saying that Ginny's captive, they might have started doing experiments on her first, or something like that, and then created Bonnie from that. Because Bonnie doesn't even look like Kuma, or have any Buccaneer traits to her.
I think she could have been made from Kuma's memories. Like, I had said this long ago.
I know you said
that. Long ago I had called this. Heard it here first.
But you were also saying like, you were kind of spitballing like the Bonnie Kuma theories like all over.
Yeah.
But you're also saying how like Bonnie had originally died and then she got recreated.
Right.
But like, from what we've seen so far, it looks like Kuma and Ginny never even had a chance to have a kid.
100%.
So where did Bonnie come from?
She came from,
either she was adopted.
I think she came from Kuma's memories
of Ginny though.
Of Ginny, yeah. His memories of Ginny's is how, like, basically the government used Kuma to, like, further their plans of the pacifista, everything, right? Because of his you were saying Buccaneer blood and stuff, right? And then like he then went to Vegapunk, and Vegapunk created this Bonnie that I had referenced in that chapter way back when he's like, "Yo, it's alive," right?
Yeah.
His sort of
instead of Stussy.
Yeah,
you're actually talking about Bonnie.
That's what I had said. And then like I also think that the reason why Kuma even like became partially mechanic is because of the fact that he wouldn't feel pain. So like I think it was
like it was too much pain.
Like you know how
at one point?
you know how he's taking in people's pain.
Yeah.
If he's more like mechanical cyborg emotionless, the pain he takes
it is not really affecting
him.
Yeah.
So then maybe it was some sort of way for him to be like, okay, I can do more good if I do this, and then eventually like it got away from him. You know what I mean? And like there's a whole theory that like Ginny's still alive.
I don't know.
And they're gonna go save her.
Like part of his character was him feeling other people's pain,
It
especially with how much he cares about saving other people.
Yeah, 100%.
And like his durability is already high as a buccaneer.
Yeah.
So like him constantly taking pain on like a week to week basis.
Yeah.
Like his shit's like skyrocketing at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wonder what Prime Kuma would have actually looked like.
Look like how beast he would have been.
Yeah. Like we know he's not a fighter though, but like.
But see,
I wonder like how tanky he actually would have been.
See, the thing is, right? If you go to like the previous flashback, when
Saturn hits him and he survives.
Saturn hits who?
Kuma.
When does he hit Kuma? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Valley,
sorry. My fault.
Kid Kuma survives.
I wasn't talking about that though. No. I was talking about when Kuma was dancing with like little kid Bonnie and he's telling her about Nika.
Oh yeah.
So then like that version of Kuma has not yet been like cyborgized. You know what I mean? Like he seemed like he was still so like it seems as though this Bonnie event is about to happen soon.
Honestly, the way I see it,
because if you're with your timeline wise, if Luffy was just born, it would make sense if this happens pretty quickly because Bonnie's close to his age, no? Like theoretically.
No, like the age gap between, I think it was like Kuma's like 8 years older. Then no,
I'm saying Bonnie and Luffy.
No, I know, but I was saying like the age gap between him and Dragon, was all closely resembled the age gap between Luffy and Bonnie as well.
Oh, okay.
But also, no, because you know how they've been referencing Bonnie being a child,
right? They've been
and Luffy like remember, so like we were saying like she's probably like 12 to 14.
That's what I had said.
Like yeah. So,
but I think that's what I'm saying. Like the flashback, she's a little kid, and he's still not. He's like fully functioning.
We don't really know her age though.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty possible that Kuma found Bonnie in just one of the kingdoms that they saved.
It's pretty possible.
Yeah, it's very It's very possible.
Plausible. Okay. What do you mean, bro? How you not? It's right there, bro. Pawpaw fruit. But no,
I focus on the content.
Huh?
I'm focused on what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
that's
the case. I think she's made from his
like,
memories.
It could be that. I mean, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But like, we've seen a few times where people think of their adoptive fathers as like their actual father. Like they've had that.
But why is she so similar to Ginny though? That's what I'm saying. Like Bonnie's so similar.
That's true. Yeah. Like she is very similar. So it's
that's
like
what I mean.
if she wasn't,
it's very uncanny.
If she wasn't like actually born from them,
yeah,
then like that's the only other option. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Either from memories, like maybe transplanted memories.
Yeah,
or like,
yeah. But yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because Kuma could have done his memory thing on himself, and given false memories, or not false memories, but like given memories of like Bonnie's mom to her. Just to kind of like if she really was like an orphan and stuff.
Yeah.
That he found somewhere, he could have just like given her this as like a way to hide her trauma from like whatever warring country she got saved from.
Right, but I feel like that's
and then also like make like this like make believe family for her.
But that's so cruel.
What do you mean?
Because it's not real.
It's not.
You know what I mean? Like he's forcing memories into her mind that are not hers, and you basically saved. Like I guess I get you. I don't know. I got you saved her, but like that's not actually her. You know what I mean? Like you created a false identity for her.
But even if she's made out of Ginny, she's not a real person.
No, but it's
the same thing.
No, it's not, because one is you're literally taking away someone's life by forcing another memory into them and changing them completely. The other one is like you created something, whereas you're not harming somebody else.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like that's like me taking you and then forcing my memories into you, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're another me. You know what I mean? But like that's not the case. That's not what I said. No, but that you said there was an orphan girl, and he put the memories inside the orphan girl.
I'm saying the memories of them, like of that family, of them being like a family, like not actually being Ginny herself. Like he didn't just turn her into Ginny like by throwing memories into her.
Yeah.
it was just that that's the family that they had, and she forgot about like potentially this warring country that she's from, and then just grew up with Kuma thinking, that's her family.
I don't know.
And then that doesn't really like change her character, but it like deepens that bond as well.
No, but it also like it takes like that. I don't think Kuma would do that.
No, probably not.
That's what I mean.
No.
Like, it's
like,
not even in like
even like but the memory thing. It's like the same thing. Like Kuma's holding on that hard to Ginny.
Yeah.
That he wants a clone of her.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Because think about it, it's like it's the only.
I don't know.
What do you mean? It's the only happiness he experienced in his life was with her.
Yeah, but he already gave away his soul, so like he's not even spending that time with this Bonnie or Ginny that he created.
Yeah. Right? No, so but it's like he's like I want her to be able to live a life that I wasn't able to.
If you go back, if you go back to when Kuma's mom died,
yeah,
his dad was like, oh, like now she can really be free.
Yeah.
So if you kind of go along the lines of that, then like,
but I don't think like Kuma would have that same ideology, because right as soon as he said that, he got shot. This guy's fucking just straight depression, super sad. He's not gonna be like, oh yeah, both my parents are free.
Yeah, but
he's like, nah, they fucking got murdered.
If I clone you,
yeah,
if you're like, say like Akainu took you,
yeah,
just because I have a clone of you, you're still stuck in that shit.
No, I know.
That doesn't change what's happening to you.
But it's like...
So that's not changing anything that happened to Ginny.
So the whole theory was like, that like she could experience this life outside, and then eventually they would merge back into being Ginny. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
But then that's even more cruel, because you have somebody living out their whole life, and then you're stealing their memories, and then when you merge them together... Ginny's the one that takes over.
No, they would become a new person.
Exactly,
like
but that means it wipes out
a new.
That's just as bad as what I'm saying.
Bon Jingany. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Bon Jingany. No, but that's just as bad as what I'm saying. It's actually worse, because like.
Alright, so then Ginny's dead. There you go. Problem solved.
Yeah, but then where did Bonnie come from?
From his memories. That's what I've been saying.
But I don't know if Kuma would he really create somebody out of his memories like that,
because again,
given like the life that he's
no happiness. His like one source of happiness got taken away from him.
Okay.
And so then it makes sense that he would be driven to this point where he's like, no,
but
I need
without
this.
any DNA or anything, would they be able to create something that looks like Ginny and then
Vegapunk
and personality just from the memories?
I think the memories made her personalities, and then the body was made by Vegapunk because we saw him create artificial organs and shit.
But
so I'm saying like it's very easily done.
I don't think Bonnie's a machine though.
No, but I think she's like, because those organs weren't mechanical. They were biological organs. Yeah, biological organs. So then that's what I'm saying. Like, she's like basically a homunculus. That's what I'm saying. That's the best way I could put it.
I mean, I guess we've seen like it would just be like whatever Stussy is.
Yeah,
Stussy's not really mechanical.
Yeah, she's not either. Yeah,
but like, I don't know, like. That theory doesn't. Now that I like made those connections, it doesn't sit right with me in terms of Kuma's character, like him being the one creating Bonnie.
Yeah. For
that stuff, because he's like. It seems like his character is very much like, he'll take the pain for anyone. Like he'll do what's needed.
Like, he's a shield. Like,
he's a shield. He'll do what's needed for to protect people and liberate them. So I don't really see him breaking.
I think so.
Having that breaking point to be like,
so. To
really just be like, okay, like I need. Someone like Ginny in my life again.
Like she died, like her death would be the breaking point for him, because he's such a kind, gentle, like giant. You know what I mean? And like the time they spent together, the happiness that they had, like she was by his side all this time. Like for sure, like that's enough. That's enough for like 100%. That's enough to break the character.
But this is 14 years ago. So you're saying like right after this happened, that's when Kuma decided to write himself off and go to Vegapunk and all that shit.
Yeah,
right after
like around there. Like there's like he couldn't save her or something. He's like, what good am I as a shield to like not be able to save her?
That means it took 14 years for them to like work through Kuma and like strip away his humanity.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, there was another theory that, I mean, this one doesn't make sense, like this theory, but it was that the unexpected enemy was like Ginny was so excited to see Kuma that she had met the first pacifista. And that's what took her by surprise and ended up leading to her demise. But the thing is, that would imply that Kuma was working with the world government at that point, which we don't know. So it's like a very like, you know, it's a very Matu theory. You know, I'm just
It's a very Jotic theory, bro. That's a Jotic theory.
Nah, my theories are valid. Yeah. So who do you think this enemy is then that took Ginny?
I think it has to be the world government.
You wanna pull up Matu's thoughts on what he wanted to say, or do you remember?
He was just saying it was cool.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, everything's cool. Like, it's interesting. Kuma's backstory.
Yeah.
It was sick. Revolutionary Army, like, seeing Dragon's timelines. Finding out that he's a Marine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We got that lore drop, like the lore drop that he's a Marine, which
like confirmation.
Kind of confirmation, but like the fan base has been saying for mad long. So we don't know his rank, but everybody knows that theory of how they were saying he was like ex-admiral and then he left with the 5 lakes in Japan. You know, you guys know
that theory's been like the oldest. That's like one of the oldest like One Piece theories I watched.
Yeah, no facts.
Back like before Marineford was airing or something like that.
No, big facts.
Yeah. Which would be crazy if he was actually an admiral. Like I wonder how deep Dragon got into the world government side of things. Yeah. Before he decided to call it, like, figure out that's not the right way.
He kind of reminds me of, actually, I guess I can say like both him and Kuma kind of remind me of like Louis Armstrong, like his character in Fullmetal Alchemist, where at first he was like a dog in the military, and then he saw what he was doing, and it like just broke him, and he's like, "No, I can't be doing this." And then obviously he still stayed.
Didn't break him.
How do you switch? Bro,
didn't break him.
Bro, the way he changed, he's like, they're all like, "Oh, dude, this guy's such a pussy."
He didn't change. He's very much still his character.
No, but he was like,
he just made that line where he's like, "Okay, like this isn't what I signed on for."
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do what
his sister be calling him a pussy all the time.
He didn't change though. He's the same guy. Like you like his character doesn't change throughout the whole.
But I mean, like I feel like that was like maybe what happened to Dragon.
It kind of showed him apart from everyone else in Fullmetal Alchemist. But like Dragon for sure probably went through a change though, or same. It could be same thing where he's like, this is not what I stand for.
You know what's crazy though? Like this is just like a random thought. We've been using facial hair as a progression of time.
Yeah.
Dragon has none, and he's been having.
He's been shaving, bro.
Like, bro, what?
His tattoo is his progression of time.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
also, like,
what the hell?
I feel like his tattoo. I think it's like this is my own theory.
Mm-hmm. So it's out there.
No, it's gonna be right.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, say it.
I think he went to a tribe. I think it's a tribal tattoo that he got.
Yeah.
Where he might have gone to, maybe it was a country that he saved or something, and it might have been like a rite of passage for him.
Okay.
To get this tattoo,
right?
Because this civilization or whatever it is, they're holding on to a dragon or a devil fruit.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you saying him getting that tattoo is him acquiring the devil fruit?
Yeah.
But what, like, that would be like some like Buccaneer Lunarian shit. Like,
well, it could be any island.
I think it because
there's so many islands in the world.
That's true. That's
like
true. People were speculating that it was like a Skypiea island.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's like a very like Shandorian tattoo. But like what?
And Shandorians had like their own secrets with the City of Gold and stuff.
No, it's true.
And Wano had its own secrets.
So do you think it's the god of wind, devil fruit, like the sun god Nika?
It could be one of those.
Wind god Pipa, like they're all just like Earth god Hiha. Why should that be true, bro?
Well, yeah, no, it could very much be one of those. Yeah. But I remember in the anime they said something about the serpent dragon.
Oh yeah, the insurgent serpent.
Yeah. So
yeah. So we you wanna
him like now that we have him being a marine, them saying that like a serpent, calling him a serpent, could also just be him being a snake and leaving the marines to directly oppose them. So that's but if that was his devil fruit, like I'd be completely down. Yeah,
like the mythological creature. It's like a serpent with wings,
and then also
almost like a dragon, but not really a dragon.
Well, also because like with the Shandorian thing, that big snake thing.
Yeah, they worship it.
That's like they worship it. That's like their god.
Yeah, so if it was like something like
there could be another tribe worshipping another one.
Okay, no, and that would make sense. Like if they were worshiping the devil fruit because it's like the snake god, he took
and they're waiting for like whoever
comes.
Whoever frees them, kind of like. The same way like Luffy's been like prophesized to almost be like Joy Boy and freeing countries and shit like that.
So this devil fruit, like what is it? Like what is this insurgent serpent? Do you want to like pull up the mythological creature so we can kind of talk about it?
I remember he like changes the environment.
Yeah, like it looks like it's basically like a snake with wings.
What do I even search up? Like
insurgent serpent? I don't know.
No, like I don't even know what's like serpent in mythology. Like no, insurgent
serpent, or I should be in our Twitter group chat. Like our One
Honestly,
Piece
I think we'll be okay. Like
all right. Anyways, but basically, it lines up with everything that Dragon's done with the weather and whatnot. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm on Wikipedia right now, but some people believe that snakes are symbols of healing, transformation, like fertility, or like symbolized as like the umbilical cord joining all humans to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
This kind of all plays into what like Dragon's doing.
He's about
like freeing the world and
like joining them all.
Yeah.
Kind of. He's the umbilical cord.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can with snakes, like they show up in
everything
mythologies, like everywhere. All like
it's like very easy to interpret it as like, oh, it's this.
Yeah, but I think that's so befitting for him, and snakes are slippery. They can run away quick.
Yeah,
it makes sense how Dragon's been able to get away from the government.
Yeah,
and also being a Marine himself, he knows Marine tactics.
Yeah.
Right. So
no, I'm just like. I have the image in my head. I'm like, yo, he has the noggin fruit. He just like this.
That's how he runs away. He's running. We never see Dragon run. That's why he's always just standing still. Because when he runs, he's just like... Nah, bro. Nah, man. I think like if they just had the serpent thing though, I would be completely cool with that.
I would be cool with that, but I would prefer the
sun god, like some type of god thing.
Yeah, the wind god people,
Maybe. And like I think it'd be really cool to kind of delve into another civilization that we haven't really witnessed through Luffy guys.
Yeah.
Dragon that's been a part of Dragon's adventure.
Yeah, I was really hoping we'd see like more of what was that bridge called? Like
the one that the Revolutionaries were working on?
Wolf something.
It was it Tequila Wolf?
Tequila Wolf, right? Tequila.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Tequila Wolf.
Or is that not Nico Robin's mom's name?
I don't know.
I think that's either way, whatever, the bridge. Yeah, I wonder what's happening with that bridge.
Yeah, they were just like, all right, like here you go, here's a bridge. Which a lot of people use that bridge to scale the One Piece world.
Did you made me forget?
Yeah.
But people are using Dragon to scale admirals now.
What do you mean?
Like, because he was an ex-Marine, people are just assuming that he was an admiral. So they're pushing that admiral agenda that, like, however strong Dragon is, like him being like the dangerous person and all this shit.
Yeah.
Like they're like, this goes to show like how strong admirals are.
No, bro. It's the whole scale. Like even with Yonkos.
Yeah, there's a scale.
Admirals have a scale. Yonkos got a scale for sure. But like, I don't think, like, I'll be honest. I don't think Dragon. I don't think he takes Shanks.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I don't think Dragon takes Shanks. And I don't even, even for him to, I don't even think he takes Kaido.
Okay.
Yeah, like Kaido's a fucking monster.
That's fair.
Yeah. Like he's an actual dragon.
No, I mean, yeah. Like I would put them around. I'd put him around the same area though. As Kaido and Shanks. I don't know.
Like what about?
I don't know.
I'm saying like Aokiji, Kizaru, Akainu, Green Bull, Fujitora. Where are you ranking him in that? Like if
in those admirals,
let's say Akainu was like the
I don't
upper echelon,
all these admirals they've shown,
and Fujitora is the bottom.
They're all these admirals are so strong.
They are.
Like even like Green Bull has the potential to be the strongest one.
Yeah.
We've only seen a little bit of his showcase in Wano.
Because of his weakness, I think Akainu got him.
Green Bulls?
Yeah.
Oh, like the magma, just like that's okay.
Just a given.
And if they were to fight each other, but I mean in terms of like. Because that's kind of like if Whitebeard does to fight Luffy, like given Luffy's fruit,
right?
Luffy would have the edge.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if they were fighting the same opponent, like somebody else,
right? They would take that.
Like
opponent.
That Green Bull would have a better chance. He like his versatility with his plants.
I don't know.
He could very much have a plant that can take in magma and like repurpose.
The thing is, like
Green Bull shit is all over the place.
If we were to like look at like let's say Kaido, right? Let's say both of them fight Kaido. Akainu, I think, has a better chance against Kaido than
with Kaido. You need that destructive power.
So
which makes sense.
Even Big Mom too. I think Akainu like needed because she's got that crazy defense.
No, I think all admirals are strong enough to do damage to a Yonko. I think like it's
like I mean Fujitora
like
has
Akainu hit Whitebeard. I think took off half his face.
Old Whitebeard.
Still,
I think like Fujitora's destructive output I think is higher than Green Bull's.
like with bringing down immunity.
Yeah, I think that's for sure higher. Like I don't think
Sure.
Green Bull has any one
But, like,
attack that does that much damage.
But it's crazy that we have Fujitora at the bottom, given that his gravity. It's
Oh,
about
yeah.
because it plays into his swordsmanship and what he's using
Oh yeah,
gravity on.
without a doubt.
So it's like, whereas Akainu, like we already have him at the top just because of his
But it's
magma.
It's because it's Logia, right? Like he's
But even
a Paramecia.
Kizaru just showed us how crazy he is.
Yeah, no. Like
Right.
that's what, like Fujitora's Paramecia. He's Logia as well. Like he's like his is weird.
Fujitora's Paramecia.
No, he fucking gets incinerated and then he comes back.
Fujitora?
No, sorry, not Fujitora. Green Bull.
Oh, Green Bull's Logia.
He's Logia, right?
Yeah. The rest of them are Logia. He's the only Paramecia.
Only Paramecia. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't have hockey, then that's where his like downfall is. But I don't know.
No, he's blind. He has hockey.
See, that's the thing. Like
He has
somebody I was talking to is just recently finished Dressrosa, and their biggest gripe was that Fujitora should have been able to destroy the birdcage.
Well, that's
Do you know what I mean?
armament hockey is one thing.
Yeah,
But observational, I'm saying he has for sure. Because when he meets Luffy,
he
was kind of like,
I know.
he's like, I kind of wish I could see what you look like, because he can
No, I
only
know.
see what his like spirit or whatever is.
Yeah.
And that's like,
but the thing is, like, he should have been able to like cut like a piece of the birdcage out and just step outside. Considering Admiral, like I think like let's have this conversation.
that's fair.
Doflamingo versus Fujitora, who wins?
Yeah, that's tough.
I think Fujitora takes it.
Fujitora, I would think would win, but like Doflamingo's strings are kind of crazy.
No, they are. But like I think
Because even if Fujitora has gravity, if Doflamingo strings him up, he can't even move to like manipulate gravity, the way he does.
Does he?
Because he's using gravity like
through his blade. That's what we've seen.
We've seen it through his blade, but when he did it on Zoro, what did he do to Zoro? How did he do it on Zoro? You should know this.
They clashed.
So like
that's what I'm saying. We see it through his blade, and then he uses it on Zoro, and Zoro like
if he's stringed up, would he be able to still like throw gravity down on somebody?
Oh, I don't know,
Right.
because we've only seen the application through his blade, and I don't think that's like it's just.
I think
But I think he would take him.
I think the reason Doflamingo would take him though is just because Doflamingo has the hockey over him.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what stands out Pirates over a lot of the Marines.
But I think
it's that hockey aspect.
Fujitora's observational hockey, I think, is
probably insane.
Yeah, and it's insane enough where I think he can avoid Doflamingo.
I'm trying to think. Like, did he even? I don't remember his stance on what was happening in Dressrosa.
Yeah,
because like
he tries to stop the birdcage. That's the thing. Like he tries to stop the birdcage, and it like pushes him back, and people. That's why somebody who like had just recently watched it was like, bro, like that makes zero sense. Like he's an admiral. He should be beyond.
Well, because Doflamingo being a warlord.
Yeah.
They can't really impose on what they're doing. The
yeah.
same way they let Crocodile run about.
No, 100%,
right?
100%.
So, like, that's hard to
like
say.
Like a moral dilemma where he just didn't use his full strength. But the thing is, he doesn't want innocent people to die, and because it was enclosing, it was causing people to die. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
no, it makes sense why they have Fujitora the weakest, but like Green Bull is like one and only display that we've seen from Wano.
Yeah.
Like it I don't even know who's the strongest anymore between Akainu, Kizaru, him, and Aokiji.
I don't think he's strong.
Akainu has like the strongest like destructive output, sure, but like
Kizaru's fucking up there too, bro.
Their applications, like I don't even know.
Dude, Green Bull pulled up on already weakened characters and then just sucked them dry.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like you can't even say based off of what he's.
No, because because in the manga we didn't know how they had been well rested, but in the anime
we see that they're bandaged.
You see that king and queen are like
still recovering.
That's
and
fair.
So that's what I mean. Like he's not. He pulled up on
Fujitora, Green Bull, Aokiji, Kizaru, and then Akainu.
Okay.
And then Dragon, I would put him around safely, like where Aokiji or Kizaru, like in between that area.
Okay, word. So above Green Bull, Fujitora.
Either above Aokiji, or like at the same level, and then like at most Kizaru level.
I would say that area. I would say
because light
minimum,
is such a.
I would say minimum. The reason why I'm saying minimum, Aokiji level, is
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, is because he should have been trained by Garp, and if Aokiji was trained by Garp,
especially if he was a Marine.
Yeah, and then that means his fucking like hockey should be fucking insane.
Yeah. He should have had the same training.
Yeah, theoretically,
at least until he decided to leave.
Yeah, no, 100%. And if you got to Delphi post that, and
he probably would have been trained under Garp before Aokiji was, and then Aokiji came to him afterwards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's at minimum Aokiji level. This is what I'm saying.
that makes it kind of hit more when Aokiji was like to Garp, like bro, you suck, man. You can't even keep your prodigies in line, or like your fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Because it's not like it's Luffy, Dragon, Aokiji.
Wait, well, I mean,
Ace.
No. Sorry, I thought you meant like I thought you meant like family in line.
No, but I mean like people that he trained essentially.
Yeah, he trained. Oh no, he trained.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I gotta go back.
No,
and
but
read
it's
that.
like that. It makes even more sense why he was so adamant about Luffy and Ace being Marines, because he like Dragon had already defected.
Yeah.
And like turned his back on him.
Yeah.
That he was like left with this, I guess, hole in his heart. He's like, no, I need them to like follow this dream, right? Yeah. Anyways, moving on to Jujutsu Kaisen, unless you got more to talk about. So Jujutsu Kaisen anime episode 15. Crazy.
I thought it was good.
So Justman was right. The narration that we didn't get
it came after,
last
yeah,
episode, it came in this episode after. Loved
I'm
it.
I'm
fucking
happy
great. Same.
I like that they took it away last episode and then they started the episode with it again.
Yeah.
This episode, because we had that initial emotional impact of Toji pulling up,
100%,
and then it goes back and you're not. It's not just a recap. Now you're getting the narration on top of it. So it's it's way better.
We see Toji enter the domain, and we get that shot that mirrors Gojo's.
Yeah.
I alone am the honored one.
Yeah.
And he pulls up, fucking takes the what is that? The heavenly. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
Maki's thing.
Maki's little
curse
tool, and just fucking goes to town.
Bro. With
on
Dagon.
Dagon. He's fucking running on water, bro.
Afterwards, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
But at first, he was just walking through, and I was like, "This makes sense. He has no like curse energy or anything."
No, for sure.
But then he starts fucking going. He goes, insane.
Yeah, he was fucking just putting.
And then also,
it was animated beautifully,
and also,
by the way.
He was grinding the curse tool
against each other to sharpen it. Yeah.
And then the way he like rips it, like he stabs him in the neck from all different areas. Yeah. And then he like breaks it and then grabs the last rod and just
starts beating him, bro. The
he was ruthless. He
is. The animation was phenomenal.
Yeah.
After though, like Dagon dies, domain breaks, and you get Toji, and he kicks Megumi out of a window, which Megumi didn't even realize happened, right?
Yeah.
And then Jogo fucking blitz everyone there, bro. And the thing is,
I like this because like everyone in the community is like, bro, like Jogo was never weak. He just looked weak because of Gojo.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that's literally how everyone felt reading JJK.
Yeah.
Was like when Gojo first pulled up on Jogo, you're like, this guy's not even that strong.
Yeah.
And then when Shibuya happened, you're like, like it was, everyone had that realization. Like everyone went through it. It's nice that like even like the anime watchers went through that same thing. You know what's crazy
is that the head of the Zenin clan, they state because of his curse technique, he's the second fastest, meaning he's only second to Gojo in speed.
Yeah. But they were also talking about
like with his frames, right? Like
but what they were talking about sorcerers.
Yeah.
They weren't including spirits.
I know. Which means
it wouldn't include Jogo.
I know, but which means Jogo's fast as fuck.
And
is what I'm trying to get
might not have included Toji either.
Probably.
Just because they're probably only referencing people that are alive.
Yeah, but that means Jogo's fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also he set up shit on his columns.
Yeah.
To like, I don't know if they were homing to him or whatever.
No, I think they're all just shooting in one direction.
Well,
and he moved him into that area. It was a trap.
Jogo is fast, but I don't know if he's faster than him, just because
I think so.
I think it was his thought process.
Oh, he was able to calculate where he was going.
Because within those frames, you have to decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get stuck in those frames.
Yeah, and he was moving that fast.
And Jogo already had that like plan to like set up all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he already had like a formulated plan for those frames.
Yeah.
So he never got stuck in those frames, and that's like the biggest thing of why he's faster than everyone, right? Is because of that frame
stuff. But even moving in those frames makes him fast. Like it's like simple movements.
But like most people can't. They're not
thinking
in the frames of like what their next actions are.
No, that's true.
Jogo's obviously fast enough, but he was also thinking like he went from fighting one person to the next, like Nanami, Maki, and then his uncle, right? So like. Not in the order.
Fighting.
But like
not fighting.
Obliterating them. but like you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's actually faster than him or not.
No, that's true.
He does have speed feats for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
but then we get
those two girls trying to shove fingers down Yuji's throat.
I think they shove one.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Jogo
but they had
comes
they had
and
another
shoves
one.
the rest of them in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
just
yeah.
15 fingers deep.
And I like that like Jogo pulling up on all these guys.
Yeah.
Literally, like nothing else would have made sense for him to run away.
Yeah, except for that one thing.
Except for that one thing,
Yeah.
and so I like the way that it was written in there.
I agree.
And then I'm still kind of curious about those girls taking that picture and seeing how they survived. Like I'm like curious
the
about
curse technique.
what the curse.
I think their curse technique is just like if you take a picture of yourself prior to like an
like
event,
you survive.
It reverts you back to that photo.
But she was about to take a picture of Sukuna at the end.
Yeah, and then she was probably gonna edit it or something.
Nah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think it's some shit like that. Which is, I mean, I liked that they used modern tech in their curse techniques. We don't see that at all.
We don't.
Yeah. But yeah, I felt like Sukuna,
like coming out.
Yeah. He kind of looked a little bit off model to me.
Really?
Yeah. Just certain poses and stuff seemed off model, and I was like, this is not the same Sukuna we were seeing in season 1. Like in terms of like.
Yeah, Justin had also pointed out that like.
Yeah.
You could tell again that obviously like the second half of the episode.
Yeah.
It's not a polished product. Like the execution wasn't the greatest thing, and he still enjoyed the episode.
No, I did too. I think it's because this next episode is just gonna be all heat because we know what's coming.
I actually did like the way the episode was shot though.
Yeah.
Because when you see Sukuna being realized, you kind of don't even really see him. You just see Yuji walking. Like,
right.
You see his footsteps, but you can see from just the footsteps alone that that's not how Yuji walks. So you can tell that it's Sukuna coming, and then when he tells them to kneel, and you have these guys like fully on the ground, and then Jogo like the way he sliced everything, like you don't really see any movements from Sukuna.
No, you don't.
Which plays how fast he is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I still like the way it was at the end there.
Yeah.
I didn't have any issues.
I just
with
felt
that.
like in some parts he was just off.
I think it could have been more sinister.
Yeah, that's
in the way that when he first got awakened, because Jogo and the girls, they're kind of like, the girls like, oh, is it okay to breathe? Like, and they're all kind of like frozen in fear.
Right.
But I think just the color palette they could have used there is maybe make it darker, have like this ominous aura emanating off from him of
like,
Sukuna.
Yeah.
But like
that's true.
At the same time, it's like it's not giving away too much of how strong Sukuna really is, and we're about to see where Sukuna goes next episode, right?
No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, like
So Jujutsu Kaisen manga 1041. Takaba is like Takaba flashback about him talking about
the whole chapter was talking about flashback.
Yeah. Just him talking about comedy and how like he pursued comedy and all that stuff.
This is probably the worst chapter in JJK, in my opinion.
That's crazy.
Like it's not that I don't like Takaba, but like even his backstory, it didn't serve a lot. It didn't really.
Well,
I didn't really care about his character more.
Yeah.
Like you saw him like going through some struggles as a comedian.
Yeah. But I think
the process could have been shown a little bit better.
Right.
Because he has that friend that's like a drunken guy, but and like a lot of it was just them arguing and stuff. But I think it would have been a lot better had they done it similar to the manga sorcerer in Culling Games.
Right.
When they go through his process of like trying to submit his manga on time and everything.
Yeah.
That hit way better. And I think they should have done something like that.
Well, it was to show. It was to show like because he saw the dead body and he had kind of given up and he's like, yo, I can't do anything. But then the flashback was to show like, don't give up and like continue
like,
trying to
and why is he really doing comedy?
Yeah.
Because and that's cool because like you could see like that underlying basis for comedians is like they want to have that connection. Yeah. And and his underlying thing was like having friends,
like making friends, and
that was cool.
Yeah.
It was just like that aspect of his like of him arguing with that friend that's like drunk and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we could have done without that.
I think it was to show what kind of comedy he like.
But they didn't
prefers.
They didn't even really show. They didn't even show any jokes or anything.
No, they were just showing how his friend's idea of comedy was like making like jokes about girls or just like booze, like just random shit like that, like things that
those
like
weren't jokes. That was like what he does.
No,
that was like he just shows off and shit and does
pull
that.
Pull up the manga. I think he was saying like how the type of jokes he made were kind of like, how do I say, like dumb jokes.
He does say that.
Do you know what I mean? Like he wanted jokes that weren't just dumb like that. I don't know how to explain. Like you know how like guys find like poop is funny. You know what I mean? Like just, he wasn't making jokes like that. He was trying to make like
how you think puns are funny.
Proper puns are great. All right. Anyways, yeah, like I kind of liked how he apologizes to Kenjaku.
Oh yeah.
And then Kenjaku's like looking at him, and he's like, "Oh my god, his form is perfect." And
then he's like, wait, why am I even like, what the fuck am I?
What I liked is we saw like that spiral,
the artistic thing,
the Fibonacci sequence, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. I was like, okay, Gage. And then he's like, why am I saying that? And you can see that his technique is working on Kenjaku.
But like, what is the technique? What do you mean?
Like I think this is like his.
He roped him in.
Yeah, he like roped him in, and now they're having like they're gonna have like a stand, like what I was saying basically last pod.
His domain.
They're gonna have a standoff. Like they're gonna both tell each other jokes, and
so it's
his
like, technique or you think it's his domain? What are you saying here?
Like right now, I think it's technique, but it could eventually lead into his domain.
Because what he's saying, like he's like, I'll make you laugh so hard you'll puke your guts out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that's my brand of comedy.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think it's a domain thing.
I think he's about to pop his
like
domain.
He won't even notice that's a domain, and like, because he doesn't really know it's a domain.
Yeah.
It's not actually gonna take form. It's gonna be similar like a simple domain
or an open domain like Megami's.
Well, Megami's
without like a kind of like barrierless.
Well, Megami's open domain. You still see the shadows and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm saying, it's more like a simple domain where you don't even see it.
Oh.
It's active around him.
Yeah.
And like they're just gonna go back and forth with it.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say like both of them were gonna get mics and they were both just gonna back and forth be telling jokes.
No, because then if he sees his power, he's gonna be aware of it, and that I don't know how that's gonna work with his.
Well, domain. No, I don't know. I don't think it would. Like having a mic in his hand might just be natural.
A mic comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's gonna be like both their hands, and he's like, all right, like fuck it.
No, I don't.
Because he could be like, oh, it's his power. Takuba's dumb enough to be like, oh, it's his power, you know.
Maybe.
The panel goes hard though. I alone am the funny one. No, I'm just kidding. That's what they should have done though. He should have done some shit like that.
It's not. Yeah, like it's not that it was a bad chapter. I just think there wasn't a lot to get from it.
Yeah.
Besides like a little bit more into like Takuba's character.
I agree.
But it's kind of like when you can see assuming he's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, is it really that relevant? Do we really need this?
I also never realized that he was half naked the entire time. I thought he was wearing a black and white costume.
Is he not?
What?
Is he not wearing a black and white costume?
No, he's half naked, bro. There's a... That's what I mean, bro. There's a comment that somebody from the people who are talking during Killing Game, they're like, yo, why are his genitals always out? Like someone makes a comment like that, and then I was like, oh shit, he's half naked. Because there's panels like somebody.
I thought he was wearing a costume.
I thought so too. Fuck. But there's panels where Takuba's like walking like this.
Yeah.
And the
bulge is out.
No. The whatever he's saying is covering specifically right here.
Oh, okay.
And it's like 3 different times that like he'll be saying like hello or whatever, and it'll be like the hello bubble instead of being like somewhere else on the panel. Yeah. It's literally like just right here. I think that's all we got for this week's episode.
Yeah, I don't really have any theories on JJ what's happening next.
No,
we talked about it last time.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
This being a full flashback, it didn't really add too much progression in that. Mm-hmm. Besides the last chapter or page, I mean. So
yeah. So if you
Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
Before we finish, Attack on Titan new episodes probably already gonna be dropped by the time this is aired.
Yeah.
So I think we'll watch it and we'll do a little review of it
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you agreed with anything we talked about, if you disagreed with anything we talked about, let us know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. TikTok.
Follow our TikTok.
Yeah, follow our TikTok. Our TikTok, Twitter in the description. Instagram coming never. And yeah. Peace.
See you guys.